Your chance is finally here to put your hand on some epics for the Mikage Fusion, guys. Now, we have a summoning pool event that started today. Of course, we're going to have a breakdown of all of the events that are going to happen this week. And trust me, we have quite a few. Welcome to the Monday Kickoff, everyone. I'm Skratch. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. And as usual, in today's video, we're going to have a breakdown of all of the events coming to Raid Shadow Legends this week. Now, I do want to start with the summoning pool event, guys. And if you head over right here, we actually have some amazing champions on the list. We have some awesome epics at the same time. And a few of them are actually being used for the Lady Mikage Fusion. We have one right here, two, we have three. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, three epics that are being used for the Mikage Fusion. So if you are missing any of them, you will have a chance to get them. And we will have a couple of events that will give you a chance to put your hand on a free summon. You know how it is. It's not necessarily a free summon. You do have to use some energy, and it might be a bit harder now that we have the fusion going on as well. We have Rotos on the list. We have, of course, Wallmaster, Otorian, pretty solid for Hydra. We have Armans. All the Krakens and the Whales will be dropping their credit cards on this event to get Armans, probably Rotos. And yes, we do have Mishinaki, which is an amazing, amazing Hydra champion. We have Elva, solid reviver as well, being used in live arena, being used in general in a lot of PvE content. Very, very powerful. And the epics are definitely not bad. We have Sika right here. We have Allure. We have Ugo. Super solid champions. We have Creodon the Blue. We have, of course, Venomage, which overall are very great, very powerful epic champions, including Toragi. So definitely some pretty solid epics. Starting with the events that we have on, guys. Right here, we have a Sand Devil Turn Attack Tournament. This will reward you with a medium Soulstone, with a small Soulstone, Glyph, Gems, and of course, 35 Prism Crystals, which will be the equivalent of one summon. Now, I actually saved what I've used right here, so you guys get an idea. I had around 2,300 energy, 57 runs, basically double that, so we had 114 runs, and that got me a bit over the milestones, so I managed to collect all of this with that amount of energy, you know. To be honest with you guys, if you have a team that is not able to fast that dungeon in a small amount of turns, you know, it will take you a bit of more energy, but it's definitely worth it, especially if you are missing a champion for the Mikage Fusion. I don't have it anymore right here to show it to you, but it's definitely very helpful. Now, another thing that is going to happen tomorrow, do not open your soul stones, guys, because we will have an event. Now, I'm in a bad situation where I don't really have any soul stones saved up, because a couple of weeks ago we had a Deck of Fate event, and I basically opened all my soul stones to complete that Deck of Fate event, and was worth it. I'm not complaining about it whatsoever. But starting tomorrow, guys, Tuesday, August 6th, they are planning to launch an event where they're boosting the chances to summon 5 and 6-star perfect souls from mortal soulstones, and the chances to summon 6-star perfect souls from immortal soulstones. So definitely save your soulstones if you have any left, and pray to get one of the champions that you have on the wish list, because I know I'll be doing it. You know, I only have a few of them, but I'm hoping to hit at least one epic from the wish list finally. We do have the fusion, guys, moving into the second week. And if you are going for the champion, we have quite a few events that are still unfolding. I personally managed to get an epic champion from the Summon Rush, so I decided to skip the previous Dungeon Divers event because the rewards were not great. Now, as you may notice, this Dungeon Diver event starting tomorrow, it will reward you with Prism Crystals. So probably another summon in there. Definitely worth completing if you are going for the fusion as well. I'm actually happy that I skipped the previous one, so that will actually be spot on. If you guys have not picked up your clan quests, make sure you guys are completing them. And if you need to purchase anything from the clan shop, do it. You can purchase 1000 energy from here. Definitely worth picking up every single time it appears. If you gotta get your charms, which I forgot to do, make sure you guys are doing it. Now, if we are actually heading over to the Plarium Calendar, as you may notice, there are quite a few things right here. Nothing out of the ordinary happening for the moment, except the summoning pool event. which will be all the way to Friday. If you are going for the fusion, I would suggest you to basically save your summons. So you're not going to be able to purchase any crystals or anything like that, or earn crystals on Friday during the Champion Chase tournament, but you should be able to summon what you have left, unless they are basically changing the timing for the events. You should be able to cash in on a few extra points for the Champion Chase tournament, which will help you with the fusion. But because I'm feeling lucky or unlucky today, let's actually open mine and bring me an Armans! Of course, it's an epic. Of course, it's an epic. Killing the Strike is actually a solid one. I'm a big fan of this champion for Faction Wars. He can be very good for the Dark Fae. He can be helpful in the Fire Knight progression-wise, helpful in the Spider with the Terminator manipulation, with the decreased speed. AoE attack, single target attack with a chance to land weaken here. Definitely not a bad epic champion, but nothing too OP or out of the ordinary. Now, we do have the monthly reset for the market, guys. From here, every single month, just in case if you're new and you have no idea, you can purchase 5 ancient shards. So make sure you guys are keeping an eye on the market every 1 hour when it refreshes. If you see an ancient shard, purchase it. You're going to be able to purchase it with silver. Definitely worth doing it. We are in a new month, basically, so you're definitely going to be able to get that done. In terms of the rest of things, the Curse series is coming to an end. We have 3 days left, and the second siege is starting in exactly 19 hours, guys. Now, I know a lot of people really got pissed off with the entire matchmaking previously, with the cost for repairing buildings, for upgrading buildings, etc. So just to kind of like keep in mind, hopefully the next matchmaking will be much better than the previous one, because last time it was based on the last 4 CVC performance. This time around it will be completely different. It will be based on your actual points. So if you go at Battle Report and you go to tiers, right here you're going to be able to see how many points you have, and basically you're going to be matched with a similar clan that has a similar amount of points from your tier. Now, you might be a top, I don't know, 300 rank clan in the game, but you manage to absolutely demolish your opponent and you manage to get a lot of points in here. So expect to maybe encounter a top 1 clan, a top 5 clan, you know. It won't be based on your player power or anything like that. Player power in this game is just nothing. It's basically who spends more money, who has more champions geared, who has more resistance and crit rate on their champions, etc. That's what determines the player power, you know. So don't affiliate them together, because you're not really gonna get anywhere if you're doing that. We did not have 2x on primal shards in quite a while. I would assume it might be happening in the next few weeks. Last week we had a 15x progressive chance. This weekend that is coming now, we should have a 2x on ancient shards. So again, do not open your ancient shards. Start piling them up for the 2x. You're going to have the Champion Chase tournament together with the fusion. So even if you're not going for the actual fusion, you might be able to cash in on some extra rewards. And who knows, you might get lucky and summon an amazing epic champion or an amazing legendary from ancient shards. Personally, I do not spend on ancients. I do not spend on sacreds. I feel like there are just so many champions. The pool is diluted to like the next level. Is just not worth it, you know, unless you're a newish player that is looking to collect a lot of Pokemons. It's really not worth the investment, to be honest with you guys. I'm still surprised that we don't have a 15x progressive chance for Sulfurion. We actually have no news about a 15x starting tomorrow, on Tuesday, Wednesday, like we usually do. I know it's no CVC this week, only next week, but it seems like they're definitely not bringing in a 15x event, which is a bit odd if you're asking me, to be honest with you guys. But that's pretty much everything in terms of events for this week, guys. Keep in mind the fusion will end in approximately 12 days. As soon as that ends, most probably we're going to have a Path of Light event that will give us a chance to get the soul for a Scorid. I've made a couple of different videos on this champion. I think he's okay-ish. I don't think he's going to be game-changing for anyone, to be honest with you guys. If you're really lacking any damage dealers for the Hydra Clan boss, he can definitely help you a little bit, but he's not going to be a top damage dealer whatsoever. Even with the craziest gear that I gave him, his damage felt a bit underwhelming if I was to compare him with other champions that don't sound as interesting. For example, Holstring or other damage dealers that do hacks at the same time. The epic is decent. Maybe if you're not going for the legendary, try to cash in on an epic. It can definitely help you for faction wars or other stuff like that. But as usual, guys, much love. Appreciate all of you guys watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you smash a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.